the United States is stepping up its campaign against the International Criminal Court, even urging its allies to reject the tribunal's authority over American officials. What could this mean for the ICC and for the high-profile cases already before the court, including that of former President of the Philippines, Rodrigo Duterte? For some perspectives, we talk to ICC Assistant to Counsel, Attorney Cristina Conti. Attorney Conti, magandang gabi. Thank you for joining us.
Magandang gabi din, Lord. Pasensya na, inabutan na ako sa daan.
Saan po? Sorry. Sa daan? Thank you.
Sa daan.
Thank you for
Pero
your
okay
time.
naman tayo.
At hindi ka masasagasaan dyan kasi sabi nga ng isang abogado, kalakson ka daw. Okay. Attorney.
Oh, alright.
Siya po nagsabi nun. Pero thank you for your time. Attorney, ang weird dito sa lahat ng ito, ang mga tribunal sa sinet up ng US nung panahon ng mga Rwandan genocide, Yugoslavian genocide, sila yung naging stepping stone dito sa naging ICC eventually. Pero hindi sila pumipirma doon. Kumbaga parang they gave birth pero they refused to acknowledge being parents. Kumbaga, may ganun ho ba yung dating nito, Attorney Cristina?
Well, to some extent, yes. But then, again, not all of the countries who have been brought before the court are non-members. Kumbaga, hindi naman po lahat ng nakasuhan doon unwilling or reluctant to be part of it. Yung iba talagang part. Kasi alam nila, depende kasi yan kung sino ding pinuno, alam nila na makakatulong doon sa after the conflict sa kanilang, ang tawag nga natin, transitional justice. Because some of the cases, as we know in the Philippines, will not fly before local courts. So may ganun din silang recognition. Kaya, for some countries who have brought cases before the court, so sabihin na natin, conflict, may two parties. Both parties have cases against each other. So, for them, important part of healing and moving forward is international justice. Kumbaga, meron kaming sariling niche, pero yung kaso na crimes against humanity, and important sa kanila yung war crimes, they are tried before an international court.
Yes.
But maybe the other angle is, how about the non-members who are committing crimes? Some of the non-members who are committing crimes na talagang so brazenly would be the United States. And in the case of Ukraine, Russia, Israel, they're not members. And specifically, they have refused to be members to avoid accountability. Alam nila sila ang aabutan yan, sila ang tatamaan. Yung US precisely pulled out because the countries wanted to make aggression. So ito po yung parang proxy wars, yung sususulan mo yung ibang bansa na, mag-away kayo dyan, ganitong gawin niyo. Yung mga manufactured civil wars, yung mga US-backed militia groups, yan. If at that time, nung binuo yung Rome Statute, hindi pa krimen yon. Pero alam ng US, magiging krimen yata to kasi pinag-uusapan na. Eventually, when it was passed, definitely the US refused to take part in the ICC. Yung crimes of aggression na ginawa nila sa Afghanistan, ginawa nila sa Iraq, and ngayon sa sa Gaza, US wars of aggression on Gaza and Iran. These are wars of aggression. The US has clearly said, at this point, yung sabi nilang sanctions, wag kayong mandadamay ng US troops. Yun ang ayaw nila, na merong makasuhan at madala sa ICC.
At ang mga sanctions ay medyo mabigat, money-wise, Attorney Conti, kasi kumbaga pag ang sanctions ay hindi maaring makipag-do business, kumbaga ang mga American banks, ang mga any financial groups. Tama ba, Attorney? Parang ganun ang dating,
Yes, and when you say business, it means all kinds of business. Hindi lang yung, businessman ka ba? Meron kang business sa ICC. Hindi, abogado lang ako. But when we say business, it means also, I have business with Google because I have a Google account, even if it's a free account. So, pwede kang tamaan. I have business with yung mga may credit card, that's business. And so using your card could be an issue. And ang impact nun dun sa judges ng ICCI, some of their bank accounts have been frozen, yung related sa US. Some of their credit cards cannot be used. And I don't know if familiar sa lahat, pero po pag magta-transfer ng pera mula sa isang
Yes.
bangko, sa isa pang bangko internationally, you have the
Yes.
SWIFT code system.
Yes.
So ibibigay mo yung parang SWIFT code ID nung bangko para maproseso yung paglipat ng bangko. For example, sa Bank of the Netherlands, ililipat sa Bank of the US. Hindi pwedeng gamitin yung SWIFT system kasi US din yun. Pero yung kumbaga, visual or yung pinakadama mo agad is really yung online transactions. If your credit cards don't work, your Gmail doesn't work, your Microsoft Outlook does not work, your Apple phone does not work, talagang limited ang iyong magagawa.
Ang dami palang ibig sabihin ng business, Attorney Conti. Sinasabi naman ng isang...
The other side, it's business and visa. So sabi ng,
Yeah, lalo
sa
na
immediate,
yan.
sabi ng ibang prosecutors, ganyan, okay lang, di naman kami pupuntang US. Pero yung
Oo, sabi
business
na-
aspect, yung pala yung
Yes,
mas
oo.
malawakan.
Okay, may isang nagtatanggol sa ICC, no? Dating taga-Human Rights Watch, sinasabi niya, mukhang meron daw mischaracterization itong si Rubio sa tingin niya ng mga kapangyarihan daw ng ICC. Una, baka akala niya ay sinusubukan daw ng ICC na magkaroon ng control over what happens sa US. Hindi, yung mga bansa lamang, di ba? Pwede lang mag-imbestiga sa mga crimes committed in states party to the Rome Statute.
Yes. And the territoriality issue is always in question when the US intervenes or commits crimes of aggression. Kaya
Yes.
for example, sa Afghanistan, which has submitted itself to the jurisdiction of the ICC, part yan, pwedeng mag-exercise ng jurisdiction yung ICC. Di ba, nanggera dun yung, nangialam dun yung US. Doon nila napakiramdaman, ako sasabit kami. Kaya meron silang ginawang batas to protect their US troops. Kaya to some extent, yung US ay in a way protected kasi hindi sila member. Pero kapag nangingialam sa ibang bansa,
Oo.
yan, malaking issue yan.
Parang, okay, pero pag yung Russia, may issue sila na ginagawa halimbawa sa Ukraine, biglang maingay sila tungkol dito. Pero ang
Yes,
paniniwa...
oo nga.
Yeah, go ahead, Attorney.
Yeah. So may hypocrisy. And also, we also note that the Democrats and the Republicans see this issue differently. Sometimes, parang umiinit or warmer yung relations kapag Democrats ang nakaupo, pero ayaw din nila sa ICC, kahit na ganun. Pero definitely colder yung relations kapag Republicans yung nakaupo.
Oo.
Nung
mas
panahon nga
oo.
ni Barack Obama, nag-cooperate pa kumbaga depende sa interest niya eh. Nag-cooperate pa yung US sa ICC eh. May sumuko sa kanya na African wanted person. Sumuko sa kanya, tapos yung US, kasi nandun sila, sabi ng US, sige, ito turn over ka namin sa ICC. That's what they did. But they were in another country, in a third country. So obvious, may US intervention doon. In other instances, yun nga, katulad nung sa Russia, they are very vocal about supporting investigations and prosecutions. Pero pag sasabit na siya, ayaw na. Kaya yung
Oo.
most recent na inaayawan niya is the Israel and Palestinian war. Kasi nag-issue yung ICC ng warrant
Kay
both
Netanyahu.
sa Israeli at sa Hamas officials. So sabi niya, wag yung kakampi namin. Kaya talagang interests ng bansa ang nangingibabaw sa kanila.
Konti lang yon, Attorney Conti, konti lang mag-aaway na rin yung si Netanyahu at si Trump.
Oo nga, yan ang hindi pa namin na kumbaga, nafi-figure in kung paano. Pero,
Malapit na yan.
malapit na.
Napipiko na si Trump sa kanya eh. Pero attorney, okay, ang sabi-sabi raw kasi, mukhang preemptive move daw ito kasi mukhang may nagpaplano laban kay Trump sa ginawa niya sa Venezuela.
Yes. Take note, Venezuela is a member country. Kaya abangan niya. Ang Venezuela, in fact, ay may investigation ongoing. At kumbaga, although may period kasi, di ba, sa ICC investigation, specific lang sila sa period, hindi nun covered yung nangyari kay Maduro. Yung pagdukot kay Maduro, isang presidente ng isang sovereign country, dinukot ng US. Posibleng masaklaw ulit yon kasi may jurisdiction pa rin yung ICC sa Venezuela. Maaari talagang masilip yung US sa dinami-dami niyang mga ginagawa. Kaya sa punto ngayon, hindi mo masasabing ito ay rest back para dito. Parang ganon. Kasi ang dami lang talaga niyang kasalanan, hindi mo na alam kung sino magrereklamo talaga sa niya. Ang importante, merong mairereklamo sa US.
Ang sabi ni Rubio sa kanyang napakahabang op-ed na sinulat para sa Wall Street Journal, if we stand idle, all of them will be at the mercy of foreign judges thousands of miles away, facing the constant risk of prosecution and even imprisonment for the so-called crime, quote-unquote, of defending their own country. Yan ang warning ni Rubio. Pero, Attorney Conti, paano ba i-dismantle brick by brick itong ICC na ito?
So una, mali yung sinasabing foreign court. It is an international court. In fact, the US supported this international endeavor in the same way that they supported the UN. Parang ganon.
Okay.
Kasi magkakasama tayong lahat. Ang hindi nila matanggap ay parang pulis pangkalawakan, pero kapag kanila na ang masasangkalan or masasaktan, ayaw na nila. Hindi naman pwedeng ganon. And then, pangalawa, yung sinasabing pangingialam o kaya pag may nangihimasok, yan. Parang ganon yung termino nila eh. Tinutulungan lang nila yung ibang taon sa panghihimasok. Hindi sila self-aware na sila pala ang nanghihimasok. Kaya yun lang talaga, there is a lack of self-awareness on the part of the US, and I would say conscious lack of self-awareness to portray themselves as the leader of this quote-unquote world.
Kasi ang joke nga nila, when Iraq invaded Kuwait, nobody called Belgium or nobody even rang the Netherlands, but they called the US. Parang ganun. The world's policeman. The world's policeman nga daw. Ay, nawala si Attorney Conti pala. Nako. Alright. Anyway, maraming salamat na lang kay Attorney Cristina Conti, ang Assistant to Counsel ICC. Maraming salamat po, Attorney Conti.